Everyone, welcome back from break. I am going to give you your code word now, which is exclamation point tiger claws. Now, make sure you spell it as it is in the game, and pop it in at the end when I let you know, and then hopefully you will be lucky enough to win that awesome prize. Now, back to Night City in 2045. And we're going to skip to the next day. I'm going to presume that the our two edge runners who've been in the exec zone decide to crash out in their respective places, and we can check in with our other two edge runners as well. Now, you took it easy yesterday. Strife took it easy yesterday, so feel free to add your body score back to your hit points for your natural healing for today. Yeah, and then if you want to give me an electronics check, and we'll see how good you were at tinkering away at your agent's AI Invictus.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, so you haven't sort of completely rewritten him, but you've definitely toned down the snark and the nastiness. Now it's a bit more playful this time around. And we can also check in with Nyx. Nyx, you got started on propagating the virus you found in the vial, and you have begun finding a medium to replicate the virus in, and you reckon if you can work on it for a few hours each day, for about 4 hours each day, in about 5 days, you should be able to have a formula for a counter agent that you could administer to reverse the effects in your patients of what they've done. But maybe it's a good time for you all to check in the state of play. You can inform your colleagues perhaps of where you've been and how successful you were at the Davos. Where do you guys like to catch up when you are putting your plans together? Are you back at the ramen place you were at the other day, or is there somewhere else you like to kick back? Maybe top floor overlooking the city. How do you guys where do you guys get together?
Well, seeing as how I am reticent to show my face out and about, unless did we ever confirm if my debts were cleared after that combat and we got that
So you certainly have removed one of your debtors, which makes the local area a little bit safer for you. Yeah. But who knows if that guy wants revenge. I got the impression when we put your character together, you had a few debts spread around.
Yeah.
Is that about right? Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how much of my overall debt clearing that was.
I mean, it's hard to quantify. People, keep things in kind of, in terms of kind of favors and stuff. So, if I was to say, a quarter perhaps of your liabilities have been reduced. Yeah.
Okay. Well, feeling a little more confident, I'd say maybe the ramen place. It's not because we all need to eat at some point.
Yeah, and it has a good reputation. They have eggs from the farm upstairs, so
the eggs are the best part.
So, you find yourselves at the ramen place. As I said, Nyx, you will need to put in 4 hours a day at some point to keep progressing your research. But yeah, now's the time to kind of formulate next steps for you. If there is the other thing you might want to recap in case is that you've got Kitty looking into why you have dreamers have bounties on their heads, and they have sort of offered their services in going after Rocklin for you as well.
And Kitty, well, I was researching the filters, correct?
Yeah, Kitty will get back to you about that as well, about who can, he's pretty confident he can find you a tech who'll give you the schematics to make those filters, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of like tucked in a corner being paranoid with my like giant bowl of ramen, like.
Olympia would come in and kind of slide. She'd have her hood up, like she usually does in heaven when she doesn't want people accosting her. And she would slide into the booth and just kind of peer over at the ramen bowl and be like, "Ooh, what'd you get?"
Show you chicken, added some seaweed, no egg, because
You could have gotten one and I could have had it. Come on.
I mean, I can always ask for one. I could say I changed my mind, ask for ramen.
So yeah, Olympia would order some ramen too, just to like sit and hang out. How's your chest doing? Because that looked really nasty.
Good, as long as I remember to breathe.
I was gonna say, when you have a collapsed lung, it's really important that you take deep breaths.
So everyone told me.
Yeah. I would just, make small talk with her until Nero and Nyx get there.
Yeah, when Nyx gets there, they're using their cane today, so not the chair. And they look like they're kind of just on autopilot, like flopped out in the seat, eat, but like be constantly checking my agent to see if like any changes with the work that I'm doing upstairs. And has like a timer for the next 4 hours to then work on it again. And so on and so forth. Just sits down like across the table and just goes, like a grunt in a greeting rather than actually saying anything.
Oh, I'll look up. What's the ramen?
Yeah, she just nods, like, yeah.
Well, I'm guessing that, I don't know, do we know each other well enough where I could, like, order for someone else?
Yeah, sure.
We've been here before, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hold up 3
Nyx
fingers.
is like me, not a picky eater, will eat anything.
Yeah, so I'll hold up, like, 3 fingers and point at Nyx. Kind of like that's our code.
Okay.
And Nero?
Yeah, I'm gonna stride in. This time in a red suit.
Nick, that will get Nyx's attention. They'll look at Nero, and then just look at Olympia and say, "Your boyfriend's here."
Aha.
And Strife looks up. I'm sorry, what?
No, just don't. Don't humor him. Don't humor him.
I figured I'd wear red this time.
I still have a very big headache from having to be kind last night.
That seems like a personal problem.
It's painful.
I just didn't want to get any noticeable blood on my suit, just in case.
You could try black. And her overcoat and everything is all black.
You two do act like you're actually dating.
Nyx will point at the red suit and Olympia's black clothes and be like, "Ooh, look, organizing cute clothing together. Complementary colors."
Olympia's just going to like put her head in her hands and be like, "Listen, can we just, Nero, tell them what you found out in there when you were playing with Pepper."
Oh,
Playing with
they painted their drone.
I'm like, Pepper? Who the hell is Pepper? So I found out some of the information we need is behind a biometric lock. Thankfully, I was able to switch it so that I can access the lock. We just have to get back inside. That's the only concern.
Oh no, I managed to get us away back inside. I get to go babysit Mason Jar occasionally, I guess, and teach him culture.
Bad. Don't mock a child. It's not their fault that their parents suck.
But they're a child.
The parents must suck if their name is Mason Jar.
and Strife just like picks up their bowl and just keeps eating. Like, I don't know what happened while I was out of it. My name's Bennett. I ain't in it. And
yeah, I would basically just recap the night, tell them how insufferable, the corporal are, and then I would get down to the nitty gritty. So
I'm
gonna
Sorry.
tell them. So they want me to be the face of a campaign to make the corpse look really good. They want to basically create warehouse cities. The employees would live on site, work on site, shop on site, and get all their augments on site.
It's just prison with less steps.
That sounds like a place I read about in history called Amazon.
Yeah, you know, possibly. You know, it just, and he's decided that the disgust on her face is very evident. My rags to riches story is just what he needs.
Are you going to do it?
Well, by the way, all of you would know that she doesn't actually have that much. Aubrey buys it, but it's basically on loan. It's for appearances. I don't know. It's a good way in, but I'd like to avoid it if possible. But since I've agreed to tutor their child twice a week, I'm sure my bodyguard will have to go with me.
I'm the bodyguard.
Are you sure? Because this seems more than bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bodyguard a new term for boyfriend?
No. She just desires me to be a booty guard, but I picked a different B word.
I'm sorry.
Olympia is going to reach across Nyx and flick Nero's ear really, really hard.
Oh.
Stop it.
Now call me bad.
Damn it!
I'm so sorry.
What is wrong with all of you?
This is why I can't play the game. Oh no!
And at this point, Strife just looks up and does a holds up one finger and actually kind of traces out an E for egg. Hey, bring me an extra egg. No, she's just gonna sit there with her chopsticks I should have stayed in my apartment.
But either way, I get to go tutor him and then have drinks date with mommy.
You sound like you don't want to go.
They are insufferable. I think what makes them worse is that he buys his own bullshit. I really think he buys his own bullshit. I think he thinks this is a good idea.
Oh, he does.
I think he thinks it's not just a good idea. I think he thinks he's being kind. And his wife has flowers for arms. Flowers for arms.
Not literally. It's a metaphor.
She has branches for arms with flowers on them.
I feel like you're really confusing.
No, it's she's just cranky about the entire situation. It's pretty accurate. Though. Yeah.
Rockland have some pretty out there augments in their high end range.
Yeah, I'm not talking Titus Andronicus branches here. I'm talking actual pretty floral branches, on her arms. And she wants me to have drinks with her and have girl talk.
That's called friendship.
No.
That sounds like hell.
That's what it is.
That's hell. Nero.
Yes.
Meh.
Oh, and then Nero decided to bargain with a bunch of tiger claws.
Yes, I did.
So while I was near death, you all have made deals with the devil, is what I'm hearing?
I didn't. I let them think I was a streetwalker.
Because you mentioned hell, remember? Call me Satan.
Nero, do we need to run a diagnostic on you?
No, I think
God.
I'm just going through a power trip.
The technology has not yet been invented that could fix Nero. I'm sorry.
No one said Nero. No one said fix. I said a diagnostic.
Yeah, I'm fine. Olympia.
So yes, no, he decided to tell a bunch of tiger claws. Which factory the augments are coming out of?
Yes.
To be fair, it was that or pay the money we didn't have. So.
Oh, no. I didn't care about the money. I just figured now if someone's going to get blamed for us going there, it's the tiger claws.
Oh, and also Max promised me a tour of the lab. And I get to bring Nero.
Are you going to survive this tour of the lab?
Me?
Both of you together.
I don't know.
I'll be fine.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like being there, but I figure it's better than dealing with these smarmy. I can't say that word here. These smarmy jerks.
We get one, and we're still PG.
Yes, I know, and you've already given us the one.
Oh, damn it!
I just
swear all the
Nick.
time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just look at Nick. So how's your ramen?
Nix has just been sitting there just shoveling food in their mouth just so they don't have to say anything while Olympia and Nero do that. I don't know. It's kind of like a mating dance between birds, if I'm being honest.
Listen,
are you going to tell them about your discovery though, Nix?
Yeah, once Olympia and Nero have finished.
I'm not sure they're ever going to.
Well, Olympia would point out that going to the lab, we could maybe figure out what code is causing the limbs to interact the way they were with others.
Which might be a good jump-off point for you to tell your discovery, yeah?
Yeah, so Nix has found essentially the I can't remember what it's called.
So it's like a capsule that was in the hands, like a cyber virus. Yeah.
So there are capsules in the augments that store a virus, which then causes the subject or patient to then reject any augments that they have that aren't Rocklin or that are Rocklin.
That aren't Rocklin.
That aren't Rocklin. Therefore forcing people to only buy Rocklin, and Rocklin drive their prices up. So they're the only ones who'll be benefiting because they'll have eliminated the competition.
That's why I was confused when they said that they were working with the other companies. Something's going on there.
Something doesn't add up.
No.
Do you want to make a deduction?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me make a deduction. Where's deduction? Here we go. 14.
Okay, they're not necessarily working with other cybertech companies.
Oh, I thought he said they're working with Biotechnica and stuff like that.
Yeah, Biotechnica is not a cybertech company. They don't make augments.
Oh, okay.
They do biological research, stuff like that.
Okay, that's Kelli not knowing the universe as well. So sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I thought maybe a deduction check would help maybe clear that up. So rather than so it is more of a anti-competition thing. So if they can get a partnership with construction companies, with Biotechnica, any other company that doesn't create cybertech, they can distribute their tech widely.
It's almost like they want to make another city in Night City, but it's going to be them. And I don't think that the people will be allowed to leave, especially if their augments are doing what we've seen. I'm hoping that getting into the lab, we can, Nero can at least help us figure out how they're doing it.
Well, can you bring anyone else with you on this tour?
Every musician has an entourage.
It's
Lady
true.
Olympia.
I am going to kill you. I'm not sure I could get away with. You know what? When I go babysit Mason Jar, I will ham it up and ask Lady Alicia if there's any way I could bring the rest of my entourage with me.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not going to pretend to be part of your entourage.
No, but you could be like my technical person.
Lovely.
I mean, I don't know of any other way to get you in.
Fine, I can be the techie, but
Olympia will look very, very, like, trying to hide it, but super excited that Strife said yes.
Strife just waves a chopstick at her. Oh, just let it out. I can see it.
No, it's okay. I'm fine.
Oh, I know that face. I know that face.
She gives her the look.
Listen, let's just eat our ramen and, I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to set up this tour, but, I'm sure that we can think of something. You have to be part of an entourage.
Well, you do know that Darvo's a micromanager, and if you can get into his private files, you might be able to get a bit more info on the lab itself, which might make you able to formulate more of a plan once you're inside and what you're going to do. What I'd like to know is, and I don't know if this comes up between you guys, but now that you're getting an idea of the edges of what they're planning, what do you plan to do about it? Are you going to blow it up? Are you going to go public? What are you going to do?
Doesn't Aubrey work for Biotechnica?
Aubrey does work for Biotechnica, yeah, who is one of the people who plans to take advantage of this proposition.
I think I might have to, in the interests of her being my patron, go have a chat and see what she thinks about me being the face of this.
And what would the other Edge Runners' instincts be? Would you want to just like blow Rockland up, expose them, or just like sabotage their plans on the down low? What are your instincts, each of your characters' instincts for how to remedy the problem as you guys see it?
Nyx needs to be, mainly on that area at the moment because of, making the antitoxin, I guess you would call it, to this. So they would be doing that, but also compiling all of their research and evidence and then releasing it into public knowledge.
You'll need a media to have that be believed by people.
That is where Olympia and her ties might come in. I'm hoping.
So you're down for expose them to the public and kind of eliminate the problem that way.
Nyx is like me, an absolute gremlin with a Twitter. So
Yeah. You think you can turn public opinion against them? Yep. That's one instinct. Well, what does Nero think you should do?
I think Nero is going to probably try to work in more of because I was making notes trying to actually like plan this thing out now. I think Nero is probably going to try to be more of a background aspect to it because he's very cautious about being recognized as a previous corpo.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it was just at the house party, it was just these two people that he's never met. But if it's in more of a business area where there could be other people walking around and or previous employees, that's when it becomes more of a like, especially as a Netrunner, if I don't have to be up close, I'm not going to be.
I mean, that's your method, but what do you think is the solve for the problem overall? I mean, would you blow up the factory to set back their research? Would you expose them? Would you just get into their net and delete everything that they've done? Like what do you think you guys should do?
Expose, make them show what they did to everyone, so that the people who are not responsible are not held responsible for it. But blame the crappy ones who are. Like,
Yeah.
make it clear that they're the problem and that they're going to keep doing this to other people.
And Strife, do you agree with that?
I was actually thinking of double crossing, of blackmailing to expose, and once I got my debts cleared or got enough money and paid off my debts and disappeared, still expose them.
That's great. So it's the same with Extra Step. You find all the stuff you need to know and go like, we can ruin you, and then do it anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
That's good. I like that's sneaky. I like that.
And Olympia would be pretty pensive about it because I know that she would want to expose this 100%. But part of her, of course, is realizing that if she does this, it's going to burn that whole other identity and she's going to lose all the things that she has. So she's a little bit conflicted.
Okay.
Because, I mean, she likes being in heaven, but it's also nice to go have, beautiful clothes sometimes and that kind of thing.
You do feel the lure.
Yes,
it's more
the food, honestly, is worth it.
Okay, so we're kind of on the same page. We want to get hard proof of what they're doing, and we want to find a way to get that into the public. But we also have more of a fact-finding mission to go on in 2 days' time when you go to Masons.
And
to go to tutor Masons. Yeah.
In between that time, I would find a way to go have a meet with Aubrey if she's got free time.
Of course, yes. The other thing that happens during this conversation is that Kitty pipes in and says, "Hey, I've got someone for you, Strife, who can give you schematics for these filters. Tonight they're going to run a night market out of a multi-story car park near Sex Edge, and if you want to come there, they totally hook you up. And if your friends want to come and have a look at what's on offer, pick up any supplies they want to get, or just maybe Nero will come. He hints maybe Nero will come and hang out.
That's it. That's right.
Flirted
with him. Forgot about that.
Olympia, is this over Strife's agent? Can we hear it?
That's up to Strife. This is a private message, so if you want, it's up to you what you tell them. Strife?
Oh, I thought it was. Never mind. I thought it was Olympia's private message. Sorry.
No, yours.
No, it's to you. So he says, "Hey, I've got a tech who knows how to make advanced water filters. I can hook you up. Come to the night market tonight. Please bring Nero."
I just reply. I try not to give anything away with my face, and I'm like, "Why do you need Nero?"
So his agent answers back, "It would just be nice to see him," or "It would just be nice to see him." Agents can do a pretty good imitation of your voice, by the way, so they can answer messages for you.
Oh no.
Kitty is a very ungrateful person. I'm the one that got them into their position.
Can you hack someone's agent?
Me?
You can, yes.
I'll just.
It's not easy, but
yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
I could ask, but no guarantees.
Excellent. I would love to help you with your endeavors. My associate who was affected by this little shenanigans by Rockland, and them using me as a mule has rubbed me the wrong way. So if your crew wants to keep me updated and inform me about how I can help, you are welcome to attend. I will have a little private area, as I do at my night markets. We can discuss beers if you all want to come along.
All right, I'll let them know. And how long will you be at the night market?
It's my shindig. I'll be there all evening.
All right. Well, we're getting a bite to eat. I'll let them know that you would love to see them and see what happens.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. So I kind of look back up after I'm not talking to Kitty anymore. I've got some business with Kitty, but he said he would love to see you, Nero, an emphasis on see you.
And Olympia starts laughing.
Don't be jealous. Continue, Strife.
And seeing as how that earlier business went a little bad, he is offering to help us however we need, and there's a private meeting space when we get to his spot at the night market.
You know what? Deal. I'm in. It'll be something interesting.
And if you wind up needing anything for adventures into the night, you'll already be at the market.
That's true. Plus, Kitty knows probably more than they give on.
Well, should we do the old practice of leaving a sock on the door?
No. Do not leave me alone with them.
Oh no. You're grown.
I
no.
think you'll be fine, Nero.
No. I'm shy.
I think
It's all a facade. That's why I did not make it as a corpo.
Sorry. Hold on. Did you just say you're shy while you're wearing a red suit? You don't get to say that. Well, whenever everyone's done, we should be about our way.
You're in charge, Strife.
Oh no, don't put me in charge. I'll sell all of you down the river. I mean, yes, of course.
I can't swim. Don't do that. I have people swim for me. Oh, that sounded worse than I meant it to. Huh.
That doesn't even make sense.
Well, it's because like if someone's going swimming down the river, I'd let someone else die for me. Anyways, so.
Oh, and Strife is just like sending very silent notes to Invictus, like keep an eye on Nero. like you heard that. Please note this time and date in our log.
If you find us dead in a river,
Duly noted.
it was Nero.
He you're not gonna take one for the team anyway.
I'll take one out for the team. There's the I in this team. Anyways.
So a little bit of background on night markets and why they're so important to Night City. So we have a world here where things aren't put back together and supply chains are wrecked. And as pointed out in some recent news reports, these are the places that people go to get the stuff that they need that they can't get through legitimate means. But they're also places where people can gun run, they can set up biz, they can deal drugs. There's all sorts of reasons people might go to a night market. For you guys, it's also where you might be able to get, technical stuff that you might want to need. You might need tech scanners, programs for your cyber deck, or pick up contacts or black market cyberware. Anything that you might want to get hold of, night markets are where you go to get it. So Kitty, as a fixer, this is one of their main functions in the city, is they'll regularly set up these meets, usually never in the same place twice, and we'll make stuff on offer for you. So you are going to a night market that is a survival gear and weapons and armor. So it's very much a hardened. You expect to see a crew there, customers there who are hardened mercs, solos, people who need stuff to live solo on rooftops or in the wastelands, or guns and armors to take on big jobs. Okay, so it's going to be pretty rough out there. You when you arrive in the early evening, the first floor of the parking garage is car meet. So it is all kinds of folks with their hoods open on their souped up cars, guys and gals looking their best, draped over various hoods and taking pictures. And, you know, people talking shop at the various, you know, engines and mods that they've done, people doing burnouts. There's a little area where people are, you know, slaloming and donutting around the concrete pillars that hold the place up. Anyone here into cars?
IRL or in-game?
In-game.
They go vroom.
That they do.
Although, as I recall, I'm the only one with driving skill, which is hilarious.
Well, I mean, there's driving and there's driving, right? What about, does Strife have any vehicle tech skill?
Vehicle, nothing extra, no.
No, just what you know as your general tech.
Yeah.
Your
I mean, it's
tech
still a
knowledge.
high number, but I don't have any extra levels in it.
Which shows you don't really have like a personal interest in vehicle tech. I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like in the abstract, they are nice and they are pretty, but that's as far as it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't. No one stops in the car, mate. No one's, checking anything out, anything like that.
No, I think the only thing that Olympia would do is that, since I haven't really done that, she will take down her hood and let herself be noticed.
Cool. Well, I just rolled a 10, so you get a bunch of 5 fans come running up to you the moment your hood comes down. And they are like,
good.
Muse, you haven't played a gig in like 2 weeks. When are you playing?
Oh, don't worry. It'll be very soon.
No, when? You can't just say soon. Tell us. We are all huge fans. Give us a download. We'll promise we'll keep it off CityNet. You tell us, and we make sure we gotta know. We love the shit that you make.
Yes, but it would ruin
Next
the
week.
mystery. It'll be sometime next week.
Sometime next week. Awesome,
That's Nero,
awesome,
like
awesome.
whispering next week behind
Yes,
them.
I know.
Okay. Just making sure.
And where's it gonna be? Is it gonna be up top floor heaven? You playing one of the clubs out here?
Oh,
Server
you'll know.
room? What you playing?
You'll know.
Any new stuff?
Of course. Why do you think I've taken a break?
Oh, that's awesome. You collabing with anyone?
She will stare at Nero. Absolutely not.
Oh, another solo gig. I love it. What you doing here tonight? Can we get anything for you? Can we do anything for you?
Ooh, tabloids. I want to walk up to Olympia.
Oh, you... they don't have tabloids in Night City, do they?
Are you serious?
What?
It's a world of technology.
That's true.
They're called Scream Sheets. And they come out
good.
every day. And yes, they have them, and everybody can sort of, and also everybody has a patch of the CityNet they put stuff on. So when they said, "Don't worry, we won't tell anyone,"
Of course
that was
they
an
were.
obvious lie.
Yeah. I know.
It's already on CityNet that you're playing a show next week.
Uh-huh.
All your local fans are like getting hype already, and yeah, they start taking pictures.
Oh, good. So she will smile before she realizes Nero has put himself into the picture. And then
Ready to go, my queen.
Oh God. And she's just going to go stalk away.
Oh my God! So they run up to Nero as she runs.
Oh
How
no!
long has this been going on? How long has this been? What's happening? Where did you guys meet? What's happening?
Oh no!
About a week. My name is Omar. We actually met in a bar.
Oh, that's amazing. Are you guys exclusive? You going steady? What's happening?
We'll find out after today.
Oh, amazing. Do you want us to give you guys some space?
I mean, if you don't mind, you keep it between us.
I might have already put put out that picture.
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
The hype.
Yeah, nice. Oh, this is exciting. I'm gonna put this on my blog. This is amazing.
It is. The next song, it's actually gonna be about me. I'm gonna be like, oh, and walk off.
Someone's like on their agent, like, oh my god, yes! All over the Muse fan page within minutes. Excellent. But now that they know that
I
you're
should
on
never
a
have been
date,
so mean to you in the last game we played.
No.
now they know you're on a date, they will give you a bit of space tonight. They'll observe from a distance.
You're welcome.
Next floor up is your proper night market where everyone's set out their stalls. You've got mean-looking solos with their cyber arms showing, inspecting weapons, looking at refurbished flak jackets. It's a real hustle and bustle of the meaner parts of Night City. Does anyone need to do any shopping, or are we going to head straight to the VIP area?
Let's just go.
Well, at first, Olympia will walk up behind Strife and, did you, I know that your armor got kind of busted in that fight. Do you maybe need some new armor?
Yeah, that couldn't hurt. I mean, because it did get through and, almost take out a lung, so.
I know, are you still breathing deeply?
I'm good. I've
Okay.
walked it off. I walked it
All
off.
right. I can help with the armor if you want new armor?
If you want, I would appreciate it.
Okay, so she would help Strife pick out new armor.
Do you have
I have some money. Yeah.
Yes. Do you have a trading?
A trading skill? No.
Yeah. That's okay.
But here,
let
let me see. Is that a special skill or? Oh no, here. Yeah, I've got trading. Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and that is going to be a 9, so I'm bad at it.
9 total.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, you can find up to light armor jack, and it's at market price. You're not going to get any sort of discount on it.
So
Can I roll 2 or no?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't have anything extra, so let's hope the dice is nice to me.
I know. I didn't either.
I got an 11.
Not enough to give yourself a discount. You found what you need.
How much is it? What's the market price?
The market price for light armor jack. Oh, it's only 100. It's only 100 eddies, guys.
Okay, I
Right.
pass it over. There you go. That should help.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I took you
Lovely.
there.
Feel responsible.
Because Olympia thinks that that's how you get friends, is you buy them. Because that is how it happens with her. So.
Okay, so after your little shopping trip, you can get to there's the next floor up is the next level of the parking garage has been kitted out with some draping cloth and cordoned off in various ways to make little meeting rooms. There's even a makeshift bar that's been put up there, you're shown to Kitty by a muscled solo, and he's in a little lounged area with cushions. There's a hookah in the middle, he's reveling in. This is his time to shine because it's his market. He set this up. He's the fixer. He's reveling in the attention here and doing bits of biz when you guys have the curtain drawn aside, and he looks across at you and he notices Gabe, notices Nero, and he's a smile creeps onto his face, and he's welcome one and all.
Long time no see.
Too long. I'm glad you came back to see me. but business before pleasure, of course. I have a few things I would like to run by you, and a few of my services I would love to offer you. Please, have a seat.
Sit right down.
A little closer.
I get close.
How close do you sit next? How close do you sit next to him?
Next to him, like just right next to him. Yeah, maybe like space between.
Okay, he's not like super creepy or anything like that, but he obviously wants to flirt with you, and he's gonna gauge like how receptive you are
Sara.
to that, right? He's not gonna like touch your knee like get handsy with you unless you reciprocate, but he's gonna try and get the vibe. So I want to know what kind of vibe you give.
Can I say, like, I see, Nero sit down. I see that gap between them. Nyx still doesn't like Kitty because Kitty did sell those bad augments, regardless of the fact that he was tricked. And Nyx kind of gauges how wide it is. Nyx is 5'1", small like me, and they just kind of saunter over and just like turn around and flop between them and just sit.
You're not in your chair today, is that right?
Yeah, just using a cane today.
Okay, cool. And I'm guessing you guys came armed. You're outside of heaven. You guys brought all your normal kit and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. So you wedge yourself in, and Kitty gives you like a cocks an eyebrow and is like, and a welcome to you too.
Well, like you said, business before pleasure.
I understand. Now, I will have my associate come visit very shortly, Strife, and make sure you get the information you need to sort out the little problem you may be having in heaven. But I was wondering, before that happens, how I might be able to help you with your crusade against Rockland for what they did to the fine people of this city. If you permit me to join in, have you made any progress on what they have been up to?
I lean back and I pull a Cloud Strife and I like tilt my sword so I can sit down. I don't take it off. And I just sit there and kind of lean back. It's like, well, I'm not working solo, so you have to plead your case with them as well.
Well, as I said to you, I am offering my cooperation. My people were hurt by Rockland's actions as well, and I was used, and my associate has gone missing, I assume, at Rockland's hand. So I am simply offering my resources to you, and if you will let me in by sharing what it is you discovered, I can be more direct in what it is that I give you to help you out.
No, I understood that, but I can't speak for my associates.
That is the case I'm making to all of you.
Nyx gives him a nasty side eye, and this whole time is using their agent quite like openly, like far enough away from their face that Kitty can deliberately see, and is scrolling through Olympia's like Muse fan pages with all the pictures of Muse together, and like deliberately something so our fans have written like fan fiction about them, and like
already,
in like 10 minutes.
Slowly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. If it's that bad, then when Olympia is leaning up against the wall, and at some point when she's doing the same thing only with her internal agent, she just stops and like her whole face just goes blank and she just stares at Nero.
And then
this is getting rather serious.
Nyx will then look at Kitty and just like waggle their eyebrows and then go back to the phone.
Anyway, the curtain parts, and the guy who brought you in sticks his head around and goes, "Boss," he goes, I told you, I do not like that word. Yeah, sorry, Kitty. We might have a problem downstairs. Yes. NCPD. And that's where we'll leave it this week.
Oh, great. Why
Thank you very much.
Oh no.
Oh, so someone in chat made a great point. There's already a 100k coffee shop AU for Nero and Olympia.
Okay, I don't.
Alternate universe where one of you has to be.
I know.
I
I knew what the AU was. I just didn't know what 100k coffee shop meant in it.
Oh,
Okay.
100k long fan fiction.
Oh dear God.
Thank you.
Well-
thank you everybody for joining the sexual tension episode of Out on a Limb. We've had a lot of fun. So while I get everyone to sign off, I'd like you to put the secret code into the chat. Don't forget the exclamation mark and to spell it properly. And is that all right? Is that all right, Simon? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for them to pop it in. Yep, you can pop it in now. So we will start. We'll start with Tanya. Please tell us who you are and where people can find you.
Hi, I am Tanya, Cypher Tier. You can find me on the internet and everywhere else under Cypher Tier. Specifically, you can come over Saturday for some D&D with the homies. It is our last episode that is sponsored by Astro Gaming and Wizards of the Coast for Black History Month, and that is at 2 p.m. Central. Sunday, come over to Rivals Waterdeep for our 4th episode of the season. I lost a week somewhere in there. We're gonna hopefully get to Candlekeep and not rob these poor people blind. And yeah, and then before we come back next Thursday, tomorrow with Professor Broman over on Rare Drop tomorrow, I think by noon Central, the podcast I record with him tonight will be out. So
Fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome.
And Kelly.
Hello, I'm Kelly, the Opera Geek. You can find me on Twitter at the Opera Geek and here on Twitch. I do stream video games a few times a week, currently going through the DLCs of Shadow of War. Monday nights, you can find me on Wandering DM's channel playing a sorcerer for once in Rime of the Frost Maiden. Obviously, Thursdays, I know, that's the joke. I consistently in the first 6 weeks of the game called myself a sorcerer, so now it's just stuck. I'm definitely a wizard. But then obviously here on Thursdays. Next week, we'll start Ash and Ruin, which is a Depression era Chicago Vampire the Masquerade game over on Bard and Barbarian. And then on March 20th, begins what was just announced yesterday, which is Let's Get Wildmount, which is a Critical Role setting D&D game on twitch.tv/criticalbard. That's me.
Wonderful. Sarah.
Yeah, I'm Sara. You can find me on Twitter at MustangsArt. The new Combat Wheelchair version 2.1 is now out in my pinned tweet, completely free to download, use, have lots of fun with. It is a huge improvement on the version 2.0 in my opinion, and I love it a lot. There is also an episode of Critter Hug that came out and is now on YouTube, hosted by Matt Messer and Mika Burton. And I was on that talking about the combat wheelchair. So if you're interested in learning about it a little bit more and the process behind it, please do watch that. And I think that's everything I'm legally allowed to talk about.
There are some cool new tracking sheets for that chair as well, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's some tracking sheets where you can give your wheelchair its own name and keep a track of any upgrades and things that you put on it. And it also has like the base rules already built in, and all you have to do is just put in the numbers and can use it easy peasy.
Super rad. Thank you. And Gabe.
Hello. So I'm Gabe James Games across the internet. I actually don't have as much happening this month, but starting March, I'm going to be on a couple new shows that will have announcements soon, very soon. I'm also raising money. If you go to my Twitter page, on my pin tweet, I'm raising money for a nonprofit that my mom runs focused around kidney donations. She runs the Central PA Kidney Foundation that either does managing donations or helping patients, or like a special event for kids that have recently had kidney transplants and making sure that they're taken care of and have everything they need. She mails out dialysis machines. So I'm raising some money for it because I realized she's the only full-time employee, so she does too much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'll ask Simon to sign off before I do. So behind the scenes, we have Simon running the sounds.
Now, if you want to find me, you can see me over on my channel, Wandering DM, tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for our the continuation of our Cyberpunk Red campaign. Then on Saturday, I'm over on Level Up TTV at 1 p.m. for some Scion. On Sundays at 8 p.m., I'm on Praxagora Thesmophoria's channel for Romance of the Blue Rose. And on Monday, like Kelly said, it's Rime of the Frost Maiden. And if you don't have enough Cyberpunk in your week, on Wednesdays, I also GM a game of Cyberpunk at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Unmade Gaming. And that is it for now.
Excellent. Sorry. So, Tanya, Gabe, did you have something else you wanted to quickly throw in?
Tanya and I are also going to be on a one-shot stream next week for the Flow Weaver for the Flow Weaver VR game. It's going to be Tuesday, March 2nd at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Someone's knocking on my door, so I'll very quickly sign off. I am Phil from Babybeard Media. Check out our YouTube channel for daily Let's Plays. We're also on John the Wise's channel with the other Heaven crew from our podcast. Just search up Babybeard Media, like and subscribe all our videos because we're really trying to get our YouTube going. And until next week, we'll see you around. Bye!